Welcome this Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020, to 3 o'clock with SOC. Give me a second while I welcome our Spanish-speaking neighbors. Buenas tardes, gracias por estar con nosotros este miércoles 22 de abril del año 2020. Si quieren acceso al programa en español, por favor marcan el número 425-436-6200 que aparece en su pantalla. Cuando le contestan su llamada, por favor comparten el clave o la contraseña que aparece, que empieza con el número 627-682. Thank you to all of you. Today is the 50th anniversary of Earth Day, and later on in the forum, Travis will be with us to share the campaign we're kicking off to keep our community clean and safe. My name is Tammy Rivera. I'm the Executive Director and Lead Organizer for Southside Organizing Center, SOC or SOC, as we have many nicknames. Today, we have a regularly scheduled forum for you, and our special SOC feature will be the cleanup. Today, we were thinking of having our new alderperson, Jocasta Samaripa, with us, who is the first Latina elected as an alderperson or to the Common Council of Milwaukee. She's going to be with us next week. Tomorrow, I want to remind you that we have County Supervisor Silvia Ortiz Velez, who will be sharing with us what's the latest in county news, transportation, parks, etc. during this time. And then on Friday, we have Senator Tim Carpenter with us. So you don't want to miss the regular programs we have for you this week. Before we get our show started, I want to share a disclaimer that the views and opinions shared during the forum may not necessarily be those held by SOC. We have guests and we have staff and lots of folks coming here. And so we want to ensure people have a voice. That doesn't mean that all of us have to agree on that voice. We have to remind you, and I think we got a couple of that we really need your help with surveys. Surveys are a big part of the work that we do because as organizers, what we're really doing is lifting your voice, making space for your voice, and also it's an accountability piece for our funders. We have to demonstrate that you're giving feedback to us. And then ultimately, we want this online forum to continue to get stronger and to meet your needs. So please do fill out the survey. The survey is a SurveyMonkey survey. It only takes like 5 minutes to do 4 questions. 1, is the information helpful to you in your quality of life? 2, what did you like? What should we change? And last, any thoughts and ideas. You can find the link to the survey and any information that we share here on the screen, but also in the comments section. And I believe we posted it as a separate post on our Facebook page as well. If you do that, you'll be entered in a drawing for a daily $25 gift certificate that we're giving to local business, to you for redemption with local businesses. And so you don't want to not do that for us, but also it's a benefit for you. We know you're hurting and our small businesses are hurting. So all around, it's a win. So please cooperate. Today, what I'd like to do, in case you weren't with us yesterday or that it was a lot of information to take in, is to remind you of a major change that took place here in the city of Milwaukee at the Common Council. We have a new president of the Common Council, which is Alderperson Chevy Johnson. And he was elected by his peers yesterday in a vote of 8-7. So it was a close match. The most important feature of this election or longstanding impact it could have is if the mayor were to resign, the president of the Common Council becomes the mayor. So it's a critical position. And to remind you how those votes landed, in favor of Alderman Johnson was Alderman Bauman, Dmitrijevic, Johnson, Kovac, Murphy, Perez, Spiker, and Samariba. And in favor of Alderwoman Coggs, Borkowski, Coggs, Dodd, Hamilton, Lewis, Rainey, Stamper. And so the latest in leadership at the Common Council for you once again. What we'd like to do now is our segment on the coronavirus. As we know, this is on everybody's of the top priority for all of us to be healthy and to be alive and to keep others safe. So with us now, we'd like to have Taylor share a critical resource for you all in response to the coronavirus. Taylor is our coronavirus coordinator, and it's a new position that we created in order to make sure that we could, stay on top of all the information that was coming, and it was changing so quickly, and it's so much to manage that we wanted to take some extra efforts and had to in order to manage all that information for ourselves and to help you all. So we created a web page specifically for the coronavirus response, and there we have organized all kinds of information, resources, and action you can take on the coronavirus. And we also have a campaign in Messenger that is getting launched to share those resources with you on Facebook, which is a new way we're trying to connect. So if you get that or you've gotten that, please share that. That's a great resource. What we have now is a video from Sojourner, I believe, Peace Center that we can have Johnny, who's our production consultant, load up for us to share with you. We'll give him a couple of seconds to get that video up and ready. In the meantime, we want to invite you to share your comments and your questions here on Facebook in the comment section so that we can answer them. We know there's still a lot of discussion around the election and the coronavirus. Johnny has the video ready now, so here with us is Taylor.
Hi everyone, my name is Taylor and I'm the Coronavirus Coordinator with Southside Organizing Center. Thank you so much for joining us on today's Community Life Forum. For people dealing with domestic violence, home is not a safe place. Mandates to quarantine may keep you safe from a pandemic, but can be deadly when you live with an abusive partner. Sojourner Truth House has put together 3 tips that you can do right now to stay safe. 1. Make a safety plan. Call Sojourner for help with safety planning, restraining orders, and ongoing support. You can call the free confidential 24-hour hotline at 414-933-2722 to speak with an advocate, or you can visit familypeacecenter.org for more info. 2. Learn the facts about COVID-19. Knowledge is power. Learn to safeguard against the coronavirus from trusted source. Weigh your options based on the facts. Again, we have South Milwaukee has a free resource page on our website. You can visit that by going to socmilwaukee.org. We have an entire page directed about the coronavirus, and we have a variety of resources there for you. And the third tip is to ask for help. You are not alone. This is not your fault, and we're still here for you. So you can call the 24-hour hotline anytime, day or night. Phone, text, and email support is available, and you can also call 911 for help. Social distancing is necessary for public health. To avoid further isolation, stay connected with at least one trusted adult in your life. Schedule daily check-ins are important. Again, if you have any questions and and you need, help with the safety plan, you can call the 24-hour phone service from Sojourner Family House by calling 414-933-2722. And you can always call SOC or visit our website at socmilwaukee.org. Thank you.
Thank you, Taylor, for that very important resource sharing. And now we'd like to give you an update on our civic engagement, and we'll invite our civic engagement manager, Gabe Charles, to join us. Hola, Gabe.
Hi, glad to be here with you all again. So I want to talk about a number of things with all of you today. The first being that some info has come out in the last 24 hours that would link new coronavirus cases to the in-person election that we had on April 7th. And so Wisconsin health officials have said that at least 19 confirmed cases of coronavirus could be linked to Election Day in-person voting. However, they say they can't officially link it because those folks reported other possible exposures. And so they're waiting for more information to be able to officially link that and confirm that it has to do with in-person voting. The Milwaukee Health Commissioner, Dr. Jeanette Kowalik, said that 7 cases in Milwaukee County, because the 19 cases was statewide, but for Milwaukee County specifically, 7 cases were linked to election-related activities. But that, again, they're only looking at 30% of the information and that more analysis needs to be done. However, they say that by Friday, we should have a more clear idea of the extent to which new coronavirus cases are linked to in-person voting. And so we await eagerly for that information. I also want to spend a little time discussing the extent to which processes broke down during this election, causing people to not receive their absentee ballots. So, and this is based on a Milwaukee Journal Sentinel article that came out. And so we have the post office, right? And as we know, a large number of ballots, especially those mailed on March 22nd and March 23rd, appear to just have been lost in the mail. And so there's an investigation into the post office right now to understand what happened and why that happened. And we're, again, waiting for reports on that investigation. But then there's also the MyVote website itself. So and this is what we were encouraging people to use, the myvote.wisconsin.gov website, and people could request their absentee ballots through that website. And what some people experienced was reporting that they requested their absentee ballot on this website and then went back to see the status of their website or of their ballot and found that there was no request recorded. And so there's this breakdown technologically from the website itself. And then we have the local election commissions. And so I'm going to read directly from the article for this to give you all an understanding of the steps that it takes to process an absentee ballot, and just to get an idea of how tedious the process it is and how easily overwhelmed it can be. So directly from the article. Each absentee ballot application submitted through MyVote is converted into an email. The state's 1,800 or so municipal clerks are in charge of opening each email, verifying the voter's identification, manually entering the application information into the statewide voter registration database, and printing the mailing labels. However, most municipal clerks do not have access to MyVote and must ask another official, such as a county clerk, to manually enter the applicant's information in the database. This system was designed for a world in which 5% of voters voted by mail, not for a system in which 70% of voters voted by mail. And so in Wisconsin, we saw about 70% of people voting by mail or absentee ballot in this election. And then on top of that, you have staffers that are reporting working 110-hour work weeks. And we're so thankful that they were putting in that time and that effort to ensure us all the right to vote. But it also causes risk for error if you're working such heavy hours. And so it's just a very tedious process, and it comes at a very good time that the Safe Vote resolution passed yesterday in the Common Council that would mail an absentee ballot application to all registered Wisconsin voters for the fall election, and it would be paid postage. The sooner that we can get that process started for this next election, the more smoothly it can go and the less overwhelmed our local commissioner offices will be. So yeah, again, as always, we're going to be following that information and getting it to you as quickly and as smoothly as possible. I also want to take some time to talk about the census today. As always, I was glad to be able to introduce you the last couple of days to Captain Census. And today I'm going to share a few photos with you. So if the photo can be the whole screen, that would be great. But yeah, I just want to take some time to talk about the census. And just to be clear, all kids count. So if you have a newborn infant in the house, they count on the census and should be included in that. If you're currently, if a friend's daughter or son or child is staying with you at your house right now, no matter how temporary it is, they should be counted. If you have a grandchild, they should be counted. All kids should count in the census, and they are often the most undercounted on the census. So please be sure to include all ages. We have another photo. If you could just keep playing all four right after each other, that would be great. All generations count. So don't forget about abuela, don't forget about bisabuelo, don't forget about anybody. All infants and up until the older generations that may be in your home should be counted. So don't forget about them. Be sure to shape your future with this census. It will determine a lot for the next 10 years, like funding for programs that are mentioned in this photo and for political representation. So it's really important to do the census for those two reasons, for political representation and for funding for your community and for your state. That's based on the population that comes from the census. So you can stop sharing the photos now. And I also just want to take some time to uplift this census for something that's been heavy on my mind during these last few weeks. And just as more people than ever have felt disenfranchised and excluded from the voting process during these last couple weeks, it has just been on my mind that the undocumented community is always excluded from the voting process. And it's terrible because our undocumented community brings so much beauty and life to our community. And for me, the census means that this is a way for our undocumented community to be included in a political process, because everyone, regardless of immigration status, can and should be counted on the census. And so I really want to just uplift the census as a way for our undocumented community to be included in political representation, to get funding, to get the representation for your community. And they should have that representation. And so please fill that out. Again, this information is confidential. It cannot be shared with any government agency, not with ICE, not with the IRS, not with anybody. It is completely confidential, only for the use of the U.S. Census Bureau. And it does not matter if you are undocumented, you can and you should be counted. So please fill out the census online or by phone or by mail. Like I've been saying in the last few segments over the last few days, is that people will start coming around and knocking on your door for the information come June. And so if you do that online or by phone, you won't have to deal with that. So mycensus2020.gov, really easy, takes 10 minutes. Please fill out the census. So that's all I have for you today. I will be back tomorrow with more information as usual.
Thank you, Gabe, for that update of very important information. I also want to just reiterate some things Gabe shared with us yesterday in case you missed it. One is yesterday, the newly elected alderpersons were sworn in. And what was important about yesterday, and that swearing in is that it's the first time in Milwaukee history that we've had 5 women on the Common Council. And as I shared earlier, it's the first time that we've had a Latina elected to the Common Council. Also related to Gabe sharing about our undocumented immigrant community, the Common Council also passed a measure to provide extra resources to the undocumented community. So some important things happening around us. We're grateful for JS Online's information about the suspected and confirmed cases of COVID-19 related to the election. As you know, that we have been doing a special edition on that topic with your questions and concerns and comments regarding the why the elections were held despite the risk to the coronavirus. And now we're starting to see some of those consequences. The only other little tidbit I will add to all Gabe's incredible information about the census is whoever was living at your home on April 1st, in case you have people who were there and left, or sometimes people don't have stable housing or they had a transition in their life. So the important date there will be April, whoever was in the household on April 1st. Now we'll be bringing on Travis Hope. He's our community organizer for the western part of our district. Hey, Travis.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. And he is going to be sharing, as I said earlier, about the 50th anniversary of Earth Day and the campaign SOC is kicking off to keep our community clean. Go on, Travis. Let us know what's going on.
All right, so we're going to be kicking off a 10-week campaign for this Earth Day celebration, the 50th anniversary, and it's just basically one family, one bag, one block equals a clean and safe community. We're not asking nobody not to do something that they already do. If you're already going on your front porch, picking up the front of your house, walking with your kids or your dog in the park, and you want to pick up, as long as you're practicing social distancing, that's great. And we want to keep encouraging in that, because if you see right now, the streets are pretty dirty. So right now there's links popping up, a flyer explaining more. We got links at our website. You can call our office, 414-672-8090. Clarissa will be there to answer the phone. So like I say, we want people to clean up if you're already doing it. If you're saying, I don't even step outside, then that's fine. Keep doing what you're doing to be safe. As long as you're doing the stay-at-home order and you're picking up the front of your house just to keep it clear of dirt and debris, that's great. And that's what we want to keep seeing on the south side. So if you need materials, we have them. So if you go to this link and sign up, we can get you a bag of materials that kind of look like this. Obviously, it won't be this one. This is just a demonstration. We got some masks in here that were donated from the Medical College of Wisconsin. We got gloves. We have the coupon papers with the zoo passes. So you'll get one of those, or for whoever you got in your family, the members in your family. There's the zoo passes, a lot of great information. If you've done cleanups before with Keep Great and Milwaukee Beautiful, then you've seen these before, and we got them again this year, and we'll get them to you. So there's also some information in there about the mask and wearing gloves and stuff like that, and how to be safe during these times of the coronavirus. So yeah, and I want to challenge people, like, hey, if you're already going out there, and I know a lot of people already are out there cleaning up, see them all the time, being safe, social distancing, they're with their family, and at the same time, they're doing a good thing for their community and their neighborhood. They're picking up the garbage that people are just discarding, So it's kind of sad that even though there's less people out here, there's still a lot of garbage. So anybody who can help out and is willing to help out and can be safe while doing it, then hey, that's great. That's what we want to see. We want to see people be safe. We want to see people follow the stay-at-home order. But at the same time, if you want to pick up the front of your house, that's what we want. So that's what we want to see. And I think everybody would agree that the cleaner your neighborhood is, the more safer, the more welcoming it is, So it's, we just want to keep having, we just want to keep people doing positive things during these times. Obviously, like I say, stay at home, stay safe. There's a lot of other people pushing things out there, and that's great. Do it. It's Earth Day, and the spring and the summer's coming soon, hopefully. So, and hopefully sometime we'll be able to be out here more actively. So we want a clean neighborhood to do it in, right? So, and that's what's important. I also would like to say, if you have materials already and you don't need nothing, then you can just post a picture of yourself cleaning up, and we're gonna put it on the show during these 10 weeks. We'll have you on the show, like, hey, look at Midge and Jim picking up their neighborhood. Look at Esperanza picking up their neighborhood. Look at Don picking up in Lincoln Village. So this is the type of stuff that we'll keep promoting, and you're gonna see it on the show. We're gonna have pictures of people doing it. And there's, even if you're doing, like I say, there's different programs that are promoting this. We're promoting this. The city's promoting one about cleaning your doorstep, and Milwaukee River Keepers promoting one about do-it-yourself cleanups. And it's basically the same thing. We just want to see the neighborhoods safe and clean. Share your pictures with us. Take pictures. If you need the materials, we can get you some materials. Like I showed you the packet. We get you some garbage bags, gloves. I don't have a lot of pickers, but if you're in desperate need of a picker, let us know when you call the office. We'll try to get you what we can get you. But we'll definitely get you a packet with bag and information and gloves and bags. So yeah. So just keep doing the good thing in your neighborhood. And like I said, I'm challenging everybody that I talk to on the south side, all the neighborhood groups, everybody. Let's send in your pictures. That's going on. So, hopefully we can get you in for a raffle for a prize, and let's do it. If you're already out there doing it, I see a lot of questions. People are like, well, what can I do? I take the kids outside. What can we do to make a difference? Well, this is a thing you can do to make a difference. You could teach them, pick up the front of your house, in the street, and, obviously not the litter, because, people litter no matter what. They've been saying don't litter since I was a kid, and that was 40 years ago. So we got to keep on it and try to keep the city clean.
Thank you, Travis. Our goal is to have 100 families or individuals for this 50th Earth Day. And I just want to emphasize what Travis said. It's spring, so what happens in the spring? All that snow's melted and all that debris is all over the place. And also there's a delay in leaf picking up and garbage pickup. So we really need to make an extra effort so that our sewers don't get clogged in front of your house, but also to pick up that snow leftover debris. And you'll have some other resources in that packet that'll talk about the coronavirus, as he said, and a flyer on the DPW pickup new schedule and the census. The other thing I want to reassure everyone is Travis and all the organizers are working in their own districts to distribute the cleanup packets, and we just want to reassure you, it will be a no person contact drop off. So they'll make arrangements for you to drop it off without any personal contact. So thank you, Travis. Looking forward. We know our community is going to come through, and we're going to hit the goal of 100. I'm doing my block. You can count on it.
That's what we want to see. Send a picture in. Have everybody send a picture in. Even if you're by yourself, send a picture in. You're not alone. SOC's here for you. We'll send it out, and we're rooting for everybody to keep the community clean. So be safe.
Thank you, Travis.
Yep.
Now we'd like to bring on Marisol Diaz, our communications and digital manager, to share about our promotion. Don't forget, let me see if here we go with Marisol.
Hi, Community Forum, Marisol here. For this week, April 20th through the 24th, the only way to enter our $25 gift certificate drawing is by filling out the survey that's located in the comments section. Make sure to do that. Thanks so much for tuning in. Now let's find out who's today's winner.
Today's winner is Jordan Villegas. Hola, Jordan. Jordan is a fellows in our Leadership Academy. Great partner in the community, great leader, and he's our winner for today. So make sure you fill out our survey so that you can get entered into the drawing for certificate. Let me say hello to some of you before we start our next segment. Mari Faithful's been here, Maricano. Valeria, hello, SOC family. Raul, Maribel. Raul says he needs some help. Raul will have our staff follow up with you. Drea signed up for a cleanup in the south of the tracks neighborhood. Hello to all of you. We'd like to remind you of who's going to be on with us tomorrow and the next day. Tomorrow, we have County Supervisor Silvia Ortiz Velez sharing with us the latest on county news in response to the coronavirus, including what's happening with transportation and the parks. Friday, we have Senator Tim Carpenter with us. And now we'd like to share a thank you to those partners that help us financially be able to ensure that our residents have a voice and a vote and a vehicle to organize. So here are some special thanks to our partners, our funding partners. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock with SOC. Be safe.
SOC viewers, we would like to thank everyone for supporting our 3 o'clock with SOC live show and for completing our SOC surveys. In addition to thanking all our residents, we would like to say thank you to our following sponsors: Wisconsin Voices, Community Development Block Grants, Neo-Philanthropy State Infrastructure Funds, Movement Voters Project, Catholic Campaign for Human Development, Tides Foundation, the Sober Foundation, City of Milwaukee Office of Violent Prevention, City of Milwaukee Promise Zones, and all our faithful individuals who support SOC through donations. Thank you.